Okay, we are 10 minutes early, but let's get having a look at Tilted Mills Hinterland from 10 years ago or so. Um, yeah, let's make a new character here. See if we can find. There we go. So you can see there's one or two options for character creation, which sets up how you actually start the game. It's kind of like it's an interesting cross between a sort of a strategy and town builder type game. Yeah, let's replace the one that I was already running. We'll probably end up having a few games of this today, just because turns out I'm bad at games. If you've been here before, you will know this already. Might need to find a better place to put the camera as well for this game. The general principle it'll show you in a second once it actually loads up. Hooray! Here we go. Yeah, you get given a slice of land, and yeah, basically look after it. This is your standard level up screen for every time you level up and when you start. So let's get some more attack. Even more attack. Attack's usually helpful. What doesn't matter so much? I don't think anything ever appears. But here, let's block up the exit button. So up here, you have people who will come and visit your town and wait outside your manor house. If you meet their requirements, you can add them, but they also eat food every day. So our first priority is probably going to be getting enough money to start getting some farmers, and then at least we can feed ourselves. You can see, okay, you can't quite see on this map. Let's go on to each of the little symbols anyway on this map here represent locations, and the number of dots is how strong the enemies are approximately at that location. Combat is not massively complex, if I'm honest. Like I say, more of this game is about actually setting up a sufficient sort of balanced town, and then managing things like your fame and trying to not die. 2 zombies very, very early on. And you can also see there's a little indicator down here that just tells you how many enemies are left in a given area. Where you also see there are some different symbols around. So, for example, there's this icon over here. So if we can get hold of that, then we secure a supply of water. I believe this is mandrake. Let's do something. Let's just shrink right down into. It's the problem with games that are you use a lot of their screen real estate, particularly around the edges. Okay, we're healed again. So if you go back to town, you'll get health slowly over time, depending on what level up traits you get. So when you pick your attack, defense, or health when you level up, it will give you a set of things. Oh, raiders! Raiders are never healthy. So they will come and try and steal your gold and food and kill your townsfolk if you have any. So I definitely want a merchant, but we can't get a merchant, which is a shame. Okay, is this other dark elf who's waiting a shaman or just a... Oh no, okay, you're just waiting for no reason. You can see as you use these skills, the little sort of lighter bars there will fill up, and I think it's you need to get 2 of them to increase naturally to level up. And yeah, so you've got the silver or brown ones are your natural skill, and then the gold is additional from equipment. We have cleared an enemy site. Still don't really want to run off and fight any two-dot locations. So you can also see a little bit more clearly now. Ooh, iron as well here. That's going to be useful to get some weaponsmiths working for us. So there's a whole bunch of resources for various people. So you've got herbs, mandrake, water, wild game, iron, stone. Souls are actually a resource. And occasionally the king might ask you for souls, which is a very strange royal decree. But you know, if you don't do what the king asks, then you lose some fame and... Hey, I think we definitely need more health here. Collect more gold from you. Another useful little trick to remember if you play this game is increasing your health refills your health. So just now when we leveled up, the safest thing was select the point of health just because we've only got one potion left at the moment. Fortunately, we're going to need to advertise. So these will, over time, just go away. Or you can advertise to refill immediately. Excellent. Farmer. If we go here. So these resources you can actually just import or buy or whatever if you need them. So we might find we need to plant a herb field at some point. Okay, so the biggest type of farm you can get with fresh water. But now, yeah, so now we're actually also producing food and not starving to death, which is usually considered to be a good thing. And then you can see also this symbol here is the guard post where raiders will come from, or at least the first one. There'll be 2 or 3 others around the map somewhere. Ooh, a chest. So some of these tools are useless for you, but you can give them to your townsfolk to improve their production, whatever. So that hoe we can give to a farmer. We are currently producing 3.5 food a day. Okay, a hoe doesn't add too much. But it's enough that we can now support a couple more people. We want an innkeeper as well at some point. So they will expand how many people you're actually allowed to have in your village. Or town, what you want to call it. Ooh, goblins. Goblins are usually pretty weak. Or sorry, not how many you can have, but how many visitors you can have at once. So where we can only have 2 at the moment, an inn will give you 1 extra slot, and you can upgrade it to give you a 2nd extra slot. Actually, just go back and save the potions as much as we can. I honestly don't remember what mandrake is used for. The crystal. Yes, the necromancer needs souls. Yeah, so this is slightly different to advertising. You can just send them away, which means that the slots will be refilled with new visitors the next day naturally, and doesn't cost any money. But it's midday, it's probably not that long. Got some time to go clear out a couple more sites before we get new visitors. Let's finish killing some goblins. First new weapon. So yeah, attack 1, speed average with chance to stun. But this thing gives us some attack, some defense. Still only average speed. I think we can afford to lose the 1 defense for the chance to stun. Great spiders. As you can see, the chance to stun is not a high chance to stun. There we go. Oh, this isn't good. So I think we're going to run away. I'm also not sure how fresh this water can possibly be if it's infested by spiders. It just doesn't seem like it's the greatest. Second farm. Yeah, so fertilizer is better than a, but also wears out faster. Now I guess we're waiting to take care of these raiders. Silly. Oh. Magical teleporting people. And yeah, overall this game's not the flashiest of games, but it's not expensive, and the expansion added about half of the playable races in, which are significant in terms of gameplay. So, like the orcs and the undead heroes that you can play now are actually different in how the game works. So, like, you don't get fame so easily, you get some different buildings and types of visitors who come. Particularly with the orcs, I think you actually do get orc villagers rather than human villagers, which is quite a nice touch, really. But that was all released as a free expansion. So while there are a number of people who would debate whether or not it's really an expansion, it's still free. So, you know, I'm not going to complain. Run away from the spiders. And maybe get a third farmer because, hey, why not? So we now should be producing basically in. So we've got a while before we're going to struggle on food, I think. Now it's just a question of finding some gold And once we found some gold, see if we can start getting things like innkeepers and craftspeople. Ooh, you don't need anything. So those are also useful. So there's almost like a tech tree. So, for example, I think the merchant needs an inn to be in the town already, and the necromancer and the high priest, I think, require a temple of evil or a temple of good, depending on which side. But you can only have one of those in the town, so you actually have to make choices and stick by them. What does the king want? Okay, the king wants us to go take the iron, and we have 10 days to do it. Or we'll get enough gold to dig a mine, but let's not do that. Get some attack and defense in. At least we have a couple more potions again, so that will keep us going. I don't really want to spend all of our gold advertising right now. I might send these away just to see if anybody new does show up. Once we actually get some gold income, well, things get a little bit easier. So, like fortune tellers, innkeepers, that kind of thing, they'll actually generate gold as well. Yeah. So, what do you reckon is guarding the eye? Come on, really? Let's have a hostel. They're getting serious now. Oh, come on. Yeah, the chance that they stun you always seems to be significantly higher than the chance that you get to stun them. I think we were saying attack there. There we go. And we still don't have any actually decent weapons. We don't need another farm just now. You can also see we're now advertising for 6 because we have an extra slot. And we're generating gold, which is useful. Yeah, early on particularly, you'll find there's quite a lot of this game ends up being spent waiting for your health to come. Not aided by the fact that we're playing on hardcore, so it's permadeath and all the usual sort of stuff. I think there is an easier setting where, if I remember rightly, the very easiest one, you lose some resources or something when you die, but you basically get to try again. And it makes all of the enemy sites a lot easier. Yep. More Dark Elves. Except tougher Dark Elves this time. Ooh, Cattle Rancher. If you can find a dragon egg, they can actually grow dragons for you. It costs a lot to upgrade the ranch, though. It's 120 gold or something, I think. But it does also lead in nicely to the follower mechanic. So you can actually ask any of your townsfolk to follow you around. And some of them will help you in other ways. So, for example, the necromancer will raise skeletons for you. The dragon ranch, predictably enough, raises dragons. Or trains a dragon. Guards are usually the best actual townsfolk to invite around, oddly enough. Or you can leave guards behind to fight off raiders while you're adventuring. Whatever works, really. Okay. We're catching up on this task. Oh, there's a herb field here as well. We've now got 8 days to kill these two. Is basically how this works out. Okay, and now we hit harder and faster. And we have some iron. Fulfill. So fulfilling quests will, predictably enough, get you fame, and failing quests will lose you fame. And then that can affect things like which visitors will be willing to join you. Is it bad that I'm actually vaguely amused by a cattle rancher called Angus? He just sounds like he should be working in Burger King. Not any of those. Go away, go away. Yeah, so bards will provide you with town quality, but you need to be able to find an instrument for them, which is like the crystal ball that you can see the fortune tellers wanting as well. I wouldn't actually, now we've got iron, I wouldn't mind getting some smiths. So there's 3 different fully upgraded types of smith, I think, because you get an armor smith, a weapon smith, and a fletcher, depending on what type of weapons you want them to make for you. Or not necessarily weapons in the case of the armor smith, oddly enough. That one does tend to just make armor. Dead spiders. This is also only a 2. Ooh, minotaurs. Minotaurs are big and punchy. But thankfully, unlike trolls, do not regenerate while you fight them. One of the more annoying types of enemy. Are much sturdier though. You can see their defense is a lot higher than the other things we've been fighting. Ah, a merchant. Let's head back to town, fam. You can see you're also very limited on inventory in this game, which can be a challenge at times. And one of the useful things that the merchant will let you do is sell off your items, and also and an inn. I need to upgrade the inn. Okay. So we are also going to need to get enough gold in. But the other thing they will let you do is if you have any of the producing buildings, so any of the smiths or the doctors, alchemists, wizards, whatever, you can have them directly sell rather than produce items that fill up your inventory, which just turns into income for the town. Although it's also not worth giving them tools, because I believe the income is capped. And things like these tools will increase work speed. I say capped, I mean fixed. Of course, talking of trolls, she summons them in a horrendous mob. At least it had the decency to drop me an extra healing potion. That's generous of it. Are you saying one more day? Yeah, I've got like a day to get 15 gold, which isn't the worst because we're producing 5, so 5.5. So we really only need to get 10 gold. There's 5. And we're going to want to get this herb field at some point as well. Oh, a crystal ball. Get a fortune teller with that. Oh no, I can't count. It was 25. Whoops. Yeah, we still need like 13, 18, something like that. Ah, new raiders. So yeah, as you fight off raiders and level up, you will also find that the raiders get stronger. Oh no, okay, I was wrong. That's the herb field. That's the mandrake field. Okay, let's see if we can both survive this raid and make 11 gold off it. Because that would seem to be ideal. Ah, okay, this is going to be unpleasant. No, okay, merchant has gone. Okay. Now we employ a cunning trick, which is as long as we're in town, we can regenerate. So, and as long as we're not being brutally slaughtered. So what we do is we try and lure all of the Minotaurs around. Or wait for them to just get stuck. No, run away. Okay, it looks like they're looting our gold. In some senses, I'm actually not that upset if they want to loot food, because we're generating so much food that it's not that important. I really would rather they didn't loot all the gold. Might just let them get away at this point. We are not doing well. see if you can make any useful weapons. A dragon ranch costs only 142 gold and requires a keep and a dragon egg. Okay, we've got 5 days. Yeah, that's not going to work out very well for us, is it? Ooh, the group of raiders is going to be coming back soon. Fortune teller. Use up the crystal ball. Yep, so here they come again. Maybe. Can they make up their minds? What are they trying to do? That just means that if and when we actually take out that base, then I guess we're going to suddenly make a lot of gold and food. Zombles! I would also really like to have a... I can't remember what it is. It's the basic building that has a worker that produces healing potions. Having a couple of those is usually handy. More items. We are very good at loot now. Ah, there we go. That one. Ooh, there's a chest. What's in the box? Nothing useful or... Oh, yeah, this was the troll plate. Ooh, a halberd of damage. That sounds painful, if I'm honest. Oh, herbalist, yeah. That makes sense. The herbalist is the one that wants the herbs. I think that's still better, even although it's slow, than the regular sword. Low quality sword. Yeah, 2 groups of raiders. That's a bit unfair. At some point, we are going to have to deal with these. Still, there is always an argument for being able to just do damage and not then have to worry about what they can do to you on grounds that they're already dead. Also, quite often raiders, I've never worked it out, but they will often just stop if you kill one of them. Also, sometimes you can actually get them to split up, so you only actually have to deal with one of them. Which then does make the fighting all of the easier. Oats. Only we had some kind of herder. Ooh, a chainmail. That's also going to be useful. Give us more defense as well. Okay, that's something that we want more than a herbalist. Here for a day, though. So annoying. Okay, let's see if we can very rapidly gain some gold. Fight some trolls. Wow, halberds are really good against trolls, apparently. Um, so, yes, we can. Equip this item. So yeah, we're already doing better than I was expecting to do this one, if I'm honest. Also have a bullhorn. Sell some hoe, spare leather. All these weapons we will never use. Okay, now we're producing 27 gold a day. That's significantly better. It's amazing the difference that having a market can. Another 2 strength site up here to go and investigate. I don't think we're getting this herbalist though. Which is a shame, but you know. So how much food are we making? Okay, we're still making loads. It's not a problem. Oh yeah, this was getting up into Minotaur country. Minotario. I kind of hate loading ready run for the fact that that's what I think of every time I hear somebody talk about Minotaurs. Yeah, I think we actually do now need to run back to town and try and be in a position to fend off these raiders. I mean, we've got a lot more defense than we had for the last ones, which is good. We've got also a fortune teller that we can use to further increase our income. No, 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 no. No, 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 please no. Yeah. And every time they hit you, it breaks you out of being able to run. So that's always fun. At least that was only the fortune teller. It wasn't like an important member of the town. Okay. Follower remains, which are necessary for an undertaker, who also produces fame. Yeah, so the king gets really, really annoying very quickly indeed. Ooh, these raiders actually are coming back again. I really need to get the perk that lets you regenerate faster and in other places. Come on. No. Oh, somehow got away with that one. Just give the king some money. Annoying that I don't get the crystal ball back, though. Oh, hang on. You do get the crystal ball back. Yeah, you can never... it's one of the more annoying features of this game. If a follower dies, you can't repopulate their building. You actually have to tear it down and then build a new one later. Okay. You're at least not straight up dead to these Minotaurs this time. Now we are. At least we got rid of 2 of them before we had to strategically run away. Yeah. We're getting somewhere anyway. That one was stealing food. I knew there was another dead one there somewhere. Honestly, I don't really want to get under this yet. I want to work on improving our resilience. Start looking at getting these portals as well. So these will create little teleport pads, basically, that you can warp from the town back to whichever one you go to. So as you explore further away, it does become really, really useful. Okay. Because sometimes if you do start getting some guards, it's helpful to be able to just produce some weapons for them. Yeah, which is also why the top tier ones, you want to do research first, so that when you set them to be making, they can make generally slightly better things than their base set. One more Minotaur. Really would like a herbalist or um, And thankfully, you don't seem to get too many Minotaurs in a single site, because that would be really bad. Heal again. Turn my phone off. So yeah, the only basic resource we haven't found yet is stone, which we also don't need. I think you only need that for one of the guard post upgrades and possibly upgrading an estate to a keep. I'm sure I just turned this off. Yeah, I desperately need to get a new phone that isn't quite so temperamental. I might also hire this track just as a way of getting a little bit more food again. For 104. Okay. We're producing 33 a day. That's maybe 66. But we probably don't want to keep on that. But yeah, if we can get a herbalist running, then that will help, because they just basically poop out healing potions every so often. And if you can get a couple of them, then grand. Ah, Fletcher is learning things. Okay, let's have a look. Is it the necromancer? Yeah, so necromancer needs a keep and a temple of evil. In case you weren't sure whether necromancers were on the side of good or not. Yeah, we're almost certainly going to wind up slightly short of gold for that herbalist, which is a trifle annoying. You're actually a lot tougher than I was expecting you to be. No, no. Bad elves. No, run away. Worth a try. Oh, a cheaper herbalist. That'll do. Okay. Done. That was difficult. Yeah, I can't remember. I think alchemists, if you upgrade these to alchemists, they produce like buff. And if you upgrade them to a doctor, they will produce a combination of healing potions and rejuvenating potions. Let's keep the inventory uncluttered by actually using all of these things. Oh great, now level 4 Minotaurs. At the moment, the Minotaurs don't actually seem to be doing very much. So I'm happy to let them do not very much while we get health back. No. I killed you. Stop being alive. There's a sneaky Minotaur hiding there. Yeah, annoyingly, you don't stop them running when you hit them. It only happens the other way round. Ooh. Oh no, okay. I thought the halberd was slower. Never mind. Sell things. I got plenty of time to get the extra herbalist. We might actually be able to survive now. That will be a novelty. Yeah, okay. You might even be able to get that fortune teller to replace the one that died. There we go. Oh, wow. And all of the healing potions. Oh, wait, yeah, that was a portal. Am I walking back to town? Soon. So it's going to go to 70 and... Yeah, okay. I think we should actually have enough that we can... But also, I think herbalists will actually heal you if you're in town, so you regenerate faster. Which is a useful benefit. Also, because raiders can't use portals, if you need to, you can always just teleport back. Oh yeah, so we've got the flashy blue stuff of magical healing. If we get time, I might actually get that third herbalist as well. Oh, level 5? Oh, we are out of potions. Almost. Yeah, level 5 Minotaurs are really strong in a way that is utterly unfair. No. No. No, no, you were both stacked on top of each other somehow. Yeah, this is the challenging part of defence. they're actually just going to run away now, then that's fine. You. Wait, did they come back? That was a bit unfair and sort of sneaky. Go to the innkeeper. Let's also just get another, because we're starting to get to the point where we're not keeping up on food. And if we can, I might see if we can kind of sneak around here and kill that weak patrol that came out. Okay, so that's a fast attack. She's not so good at breaking through defense on things like this, but you know, see where we can get to. If we're going to be fighting lots of trolls and minotaurs, then the correct answer is probably slower but more damage. Because otherwise you can only really do like one hit point. And especially with trolls that spend half their time regenerating, that's just not going to work. Yeah, okay, so we need the Mandrake to upgrade the Fortune Tower. In the meantime, let's just work on clearing out some of these other sites and solidifying. Hooray, trolls. Oh, there we go. It's probably time to go and heal again. Actually, also, it's worth upgrading to an estate soon. Okay, no, it's just 170. It's not great. What this will also let us do is upgrade our farms to plantations, which are really good for generating food. Ah, the trolls are guarding the Minotaurs. How friendly of them. Oh, even stronger raiders now. Just what I always wanted. I guess at least we now have 5 potions. Yeah, okay. Get up to about 23, which is probably fine. Also, we can upgrade the inn to the tavern. Six healing potions. Oh, 3 point of health. Let's keep going. Yeah, you don't stand so much of a chance now. That looked like we were getting an extra thing, so. Okay, that should be enough food. Now we can back off up here. Okay, killing some more trolls. Did you want really? I mean, we've got 10 days, so it's not a huge problem. Still. More trolls. Trolls everywhere. Come on. Oh, come on. That was grossly unfair. At this point. We're doing well on the general fame thing. Work on some more of these just 3 defense sites. Look, herbs. I'd like to see if we can get the 2 smithies upgraded as well, and maybe actually get some decent armour. It's a little bit sucky that we're still stuck with just chainmail. Hilarious. Great. Exotic unguent. Oh, they come from the near base again. That was unexpected. It was unexpected that their leader is only a level 4 this time. Run in a big enough circle that they don't hit us while we get some help. Oh, okay, that one is level 5. No wonder we're taking so much damage. Also, if we can actually keep the herbalists working, then we probably end up all right, because yeah, they will keep making potions for us while we run these around. We might actually be not completely dead. Research. Discover how to make us better gear, please. Stabbing all the trolls, stabbing all the trolls. Come on. You. Come on, really? I have a feeling that actually trolls just have the ability that is like, regardless of what weapon they have, they always have a chance to stun. You're an armory or a smith. Trade to weapon. So in this will take our gold production down on a sort of temporary basis. If we can let them produce us some actual decent gear, then overall I think we wind up slightly better off. High Priest. Blah blah blah. Prayers and blessings. It's like, do you want prayers and blessings? Do you want skeleton slaves? There's a reason I tend to go with the evil side rather than the good side. Come on. King is so greedy. I'm just like, I can't be bothered to do my job and run a kingdom, so give me money. Ooh, there's another portal there. Okay, helps almost everyone do research. We might also be reaching the point where we need to start thinking of putting points in defense as well as attack or health. Keep on going then. It's a faster slow weapon now. I still haven't got the ability I want to let us regenerate it. Potion of hardening. Oh wow. That actually seems like it's probably better than the halberd. Difficult to tell. We need to actually sort through some of this gear and maybe start hiring people to use it. Okay, we have potions. And plate mail. There we go. That is just strictly better than Toxic Dagger, I don't know. Silver Ring of Protection is Golden Ring of Protection. But, whistle. So have a whistle. So upgrade that to Infirmary. Actually, this one as well, as long as we probably don't want the mace either. Okay. So this should at least be enough to give people a general idea of what this game is like. Yeah. Overall, it's one that I would generally recommend, particularly if it's like a short time, then you just want to play a little bit of something that doesn't require too much thought. There's a couple of weird quirks, and it's annoying when raiders constantly attack you like they have on this game. Does not always happen. But yeah, this is Hinterland by Tilted Mill. Yeah, definitely worth a look, like I say. And I don't know what the next game we're going to play on this is, but hopefully should be around about Tuesday night. So yeah, take care. Bye.